Imagine a city rich and powerful, standing as a gateway between two worlds. For the Ottoman Empire, Vienna was this and more. Throughout the 16th and 17th centuries, the Ottomans set their sights on this glittering prize, their armies marching towards the heart of Europe. Why were the Ottomans so obsessed with Vienna? The answer lies in a mix of ambition, religion, and the desire to control the very destiny of Europe. The Ottomans were a powerful force, their empire stretching from North Africa to the Persian Gulf. Vienna represented a strategic prize, a key to unlocking further expansion into Europe. The city stood as a symbol of the Habsburg dynasty, the Ottomans' greatest rivals in the West. Capturing Vienna would be a blow against the Habsburgs and a sign of Ottoman dominance. More than just land and power were at stake. The Ottomans, followers of Islam, saw themselves as warriors of the faith. Vienna was a Christian stronghold, and capturing it would be a victory for their religion. The Ottomans believed they were chosen to spread Islam and bring justice to the world. Vienna, in their eyes, was an obstacle standing in the way of their divine mission. The story of the Ottoman attempts to capture Vienna is one of epic battles, clashing armies, and moments of both triumph and despair. It is a story that shaped the destiny of both empires and left an enduring mark on the course of European history. Let us journey back in time to uncover the reasons behind the Ottoman fascination with Vienna and understand the impact of their dramatic struggle for this magnificent city. To understand the Ottoman desire for Vienna, we must first understand the city's significance. Vienna was not just any city, it was the heart of the Habsburg Empire, a dynasty that ruled over vast territories in Europe. The Habsburgs were the Holy Roman Emperors, a title that gave them influence over much of the continent. Vienna was their most important possession, a symbol of their power and wealth. The city sat on the Danube River, a vital trade route connecting east and west. Controlling Vienna meant controlling the flow of goods and people through the region. For the Ottomans, capturing Vienna would cripple the Habsburg economy and weaken their grip on power. Vienna was also a cultural center, a place of learning and art. The Habsburgs were patrons of the arts and sciences, and their court attracted some of the greatest minds of the age. The Ottomans, with their own rich cultural heritage, recognized the importance of such a prize. Capturing Vienna would not just be a military victory, it would be a cultural triumph, a sign of their own growing influence in the world. The Habsburgs and the Ottomans were locked in a struggle for supremacy. The Ottomans pushed westward, their armies conquering vast swathes of land. The Habsburgs, in turn, sought to halt the Ottoman advance and protect their own territories. Vienna, sitting on the front line between these two empires, became the focal point of their rivalry. It was a prize worth fighting for, a city that would determine the fate of nations. The Ottoman Empire, under the reign of Sultan Mehmed II, conquered Constantinople in 1453. This momentous event sent shockwaves through Europe, signaling the rise of a new power in the East. Mehmed's successors continued his expansionist policies, pushing the Ottoman borders further into Europe. The Habsburgs, meanwhile, were consolidating their own power. Through strategic marriages and alliances, they expanded their influence over the Holy Roman Empire. The two empires, with their conflicting ambitions, were on a collision course. Several factors heightened the tension between them. Religious differences played a significant role. The Ottomans were Muslims, while the Habsburgs were Catholic. The Ottomans saw themselves as defenders of the faith and sought to spread Islam throughout the world. The Habsburgs, in turn, viewed the Ottomans as a threat to Christendom and rallied European support against them. Political and economic factors also contributed to the conflict. The Ottomans' control over trade routes in the East threatened European merchants. The Habsburgs, seeking to maintain their economic dominance, clashed with the Ottomans over access to these vital trade routes. The two empires engaged in proxy wars, supporting opposing sides in conflicts throughout Europe. By the early 16th century, the stage was set for a major confrontation. The Ottomans, under the leadership of Sultan Selim I, had conquered Egypt and Syria, further expanding their empire and solidifying their position as a major power in the region. Selim's son, Suleiman the Magnificent, would inherit his father's ambition and lead the Ottomans to the gates of Vienna. In 1529, Suleiman the Magnificent, at the head of a vast army, marched towards Vienna. The Ottoman army, numbering over 100,000 men, was a formidable force, equipped with the latest artillery and supported by skilled engineers. They had swept through Hungary, crushing all resistance in their path. Vienna, defended by only a fraction of the Ottoman force, braced for impact. The city walls were reinforced, and citizens were called upon to take up arms. The Habsburg Emperor, Charles V, was preoccupied with other conflicts and could not send substantial aid. The fate of Vienna rested on the shoulders of its defenders. The siege began in late September with the Ottomans unleashing a relentless bombardment on the city walls. The defenders, outnumbered but determined, fought back with tenacity, repelling wave after wave of Ottoman attacks. The Ottomans attempted to undermine the city walls, digging tunnels and planting explosives. The defenders countered by digging their own tunnels and engaging in fierce underground battles. The weather turned against the Ottomans. Autumn rains turned the battlefield into a muddy quagmire, hampering the